everybody. Welcome back for another One Big Happy Story Time. I'm Miss Geri from the Angleton Library.
And I'm Miss Natalie from the Brazoria Library.
And we are both with the Brazoria County Library System, and we are so excited to have you here for story time today. You know what I love almost as much as reading, Miss Natalie?
What?
Music.
I love music too.
So I'm so glad because that is what our activities and our story is about today. Music.
Yay!
So would you like to learn how to say it with your hands?
Absolutely.
Okay, so you're going to hold both hands flat, and your one hand that you use the least is going to go in front of you. Your other hand that you use the most is going to kind of swipe back and forth.
Like this?
Yes. So like you're reading the music and conducting to the beat.
Oh, I like that.
Music.
Music.
Yes. All right. Are you ready to say hello?
I am.
Okay, well, we are going to do some opposites for hello today that are music related.
Okay.
So we're going to go loud and quiet first.
Ooh, I like being loud.
Because sometimes music gets really loud and sometimes it gets really quiet. So we're going to start with a pat and a clap on our knees and our hands. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say hello as loud as we can. Hello! Oh, that was so loud.
Wow, my ears are ringing.
I know. You guys were super loud out there.
They were. Good job, you guys.
All right. You ready?
Yes.
Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say hello as quiet as we can. Oh, could you hear that?
Not at all.
Me neither. No.
Great job, you guys.
Yeah. Okay. What others could be music?
How about fast? Because music can be fast.
Oh, yes. And what's the opposite of fast?
Slow.
Slow. All right. So let's go. Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say hello as fast as we can. Hello! Oh, that was super fast.
That was so fast, I don't even think I heard it.
I know.
Good job, you guys.
All right, you ready for slow?
Yes.
Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say hello as slow as we can. Hello. Oh, that was so slow.
That was slow. That was very good.
Yes. All right, let's do one more because we always end with nice because it's nice to be nice.
It's always nice to be nice.
Bread and butter, marmalade and jam. Let's say hello as nice as we can. Hello. Okay.
Nice.
Yes. So since our story is about music, let's do a song about making music.
Ooh, I like this idea.
And we have some fun rhythm instruments with us today.
Yay.
We have bells. We have shakers. And we have some rhythm sticks. Yep, you can play them all kinds of ways. We're going to start with our bells. And let's sing. We jingle our bells to the left. We jingle our bells to the right. We jingle our bells in front of us. And then hide them out of sight. Oh, and if you have some bells at home, you can jingle along with us. And if you have something you can shake at home, you can shake with us. And something you can tap, like markers or pencils, you can tap with us. And so let's get our shakers.
All right.
Because we shake our shakers like this. We shake our shakers like that. We shake our shakers however we want. And then hide them behind our backs. Oh, great. And now for the fun one. Everybody loves the sticks, right?
I love sticks.
So we tap our sticks up high. We tap our sticks down low. And we tap our sticks on the floor as faster and faster we go. Oh, that was awesome.
You were very fast.
You were too. How fast can you tap your sticks?
Ooh.
Let's see. Let's do that first one more time. See if you can tap as fast as we can. We tap our sticks up high. We tap our sticks down low. We tap our sticks on the floor as faster and faster we go. Oh, I think think they kept up with us.
They did. They
Yes.
certainly did.
All right, are you ready to tell the story?
I am.
I love this story. I'm so excited because we are going to use some fun props with this one.
Yay!
So this story is called the Bremen Town Musicians, and it's about some animals who want to go travel to be a musician. And we're going to use musical instruments to represent each animal. So we're going to start with a donkey, represented by the accordion.
Sounds like a donkey to me.
Yep. A dog's bark, represented by wood blocks. We have a cat, represented by a slide whistle. And a chicken. This is a homemade instrument, string in a cup, and it clucks like a chicken.
Looks like a chicken.
And later on, towards the end, there's going to be a ruckus and a calamity, played with the drum pad and a thunder tube. All right, Miss Natalie, are you ready for the story?
I am. I'm super excited.
Okay, so here is the Bremen Town Musicians. So once there was a donkey who had worked for a farmer. And eventually, the donkey grew older and more tired and decided he didn't want to work anymore. So, but you know what that farmer said?
What did that farmer say?
If you're not going to work, I'm not going to feed you.
That's not nice.
No, it's not. So the donkey ran away and decided to go to Bremen to become a musician.
I like that idea.
Yeah. Well, while he was traveling, he saw a dog panting and resting like he had just run so far and so fast on the side of the road. Well, hello, pup, said the donkey. Why are you laying here looking so tired? Well, it turns out, just like the donkey, the dog was getting older. He's ready to stop working. But his owner didn't like that.
Uh-oh.
No. So the dog ran away. Well, of course, the donkey invited the dog to come with him to Bremen and become a musician.
Yay!
And of course, the dog accepted.
Of course.
So they traveled on a little further and they came across a cat. And, well, hello, Mrs. Whiskers, said the donkey. You look lonely here today. And the cat, like the dog and the donkey, has gotten older and doesn't like to chase mice anymore. Well, her owner didn't appreciate all of the mice running around. So he kicked the cat out. Rude. I know. And now, of course, our donkey and our dog invited the cat to come along with them to Bremen to be musicians.
Did she accept?
Of course she did.
Yay!
So the three animals were getting closer when they came upon a chicken. Well, hello, old hen, said the donkey. Why are you sitting here clucking? And the chicken, like the other animals, had gotten older and wasn't laying eggs anymore. Yeah. So she decided she didn't want to be soup, so she ran away.
Of course not. Let's run away from that.
And so the donkey and the dog and the cat invited the chicken to come with them to Bremen and to be musicians. And of course, the chicken accepted.
Yay!
So they were almost there on the outskirts of Bremen. They decided to stop for the night. And they found a house with a light on, fire in the hearth. The donkey, being the biggest, kind of stood up on the windowsill and looked in. And you know what he saw?
What do you see?
A table full of delicious food.
Yum. That
Cozy
sounds
sleeping
inviting.
places. Yes. But, you know what else he saw?
What?
A bunch of robbers plotting mischief.
No.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
So, the animals hatched a plan.
Ooh, what was their plan?
It's a good one. So, the donkey stood with his front feet on the windowsill.
Okay.
And the dog stood on the donkey's back. And the cat stood on the dog's back. And the chicken stood on the cat's back.
Wow.
And they made a ruckus. A huge ruckus. The biggest ruckus you've ever heard. And you know what those robbers did?
What did they do?
They jumped in fright at the sound and ran off into the woods.
Good.
And the animals went into the house and settled in to enjoy the feast. And the house was so cozy, they decided to just be musicians for themselves and find comfortable sleeping places and decided to stay.
Yay! That sounds lovely.
Yes, I know. That one was a fun story.
I liked it.
Me too. And it was so much fun adding in the musical instruments.
Absolutely.
I hope you had fun with this. And you know, some of these are handmade, some of these are store-bought. And so basically anything can be a musical instrument.
How cute is that? It's just adorable.
So that was such a fun story about music. And would you like to do another song?
I would. I love doing songs.
All right, this one is to the tune of This Old Man. And
Ooh.
we're going to use rhythm sticks for that.
Yay!
Just remember, if you have pencils or markers or something that you have at home, you can tap along with us. And if you don't, it's okay. Tap your fingers.
That works.
And we're going to start with these old sticks. They tapped one, and then they were done. With a tap, 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 and a scrape, scrape, scrape. These old sticks sure do sound great. And what number comes after 1? 2. These old sticks, they tap 2. They tap 2 on my shoes. 1, 2. With a tap, 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 and a scrape, scrape, scrape. These old sticks sure do sound great. And after 2, we have 3. These old sticks, they tap 3. They tap 3 on my knees. 1, 2, 3. With a tap, 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 and a scrape, scrape, scrape. These old sticks sure do sound great. And after 3, we have 4. Good job. These old sticks, they tapped 4. They tapped 4 on the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4. With a tap, 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 and a scrape, scrape, scrape. These old sticks sure do sound great. And after 4, we have 5. These old sticks, they tapped 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. With a tap, 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 and a scrape, scrape, scrape. These old sticks sure do sound great.
Oh, I love that.
That was so much fun. Let's do one more. Tap on our, tap on our knees. Tap on the floor. Because it's hard to put the sticks down.
It is. I don't want to put them down. Okay, I will.
Yes, we have to, because that's the end of our story time today.
Well, I had a lot of fun.
I did too. Are you ready to tickle the clouds?
Tickle the clouds, yes.
All right. So let's start. Loosen up. Get your fingers ready to wiggle and tickle the clouds. Tickle your toes. Turn around and tickle your nose. Reach down low. Reach up high. Story time's over. Wave goodbye. Bye. Thank you everybody so much for watching our One Big Happy Story Time. And stay tuned next month for another one.
Bye, you guys.